And welcome back, everybody. We will be bringing you live back through to our DGL game between Bravado and FlipSid Tactics. We have had two maps already. I am Wham from Nav TV, and joining me is my co-caster Hayes. Welcome, Hayes.
Thank you very much, and nice competition coming out here between Bravado and FlipSid. Bravado taking the first map 16-11, that was Dust 2. Second map going the way of a draw, 15-all. FlipSid showing some great character to come back from a 15-11
deficit.
Deficit, there we go, thank you. 15-11 deficit, coming back to bring it to 15-all, and taking it to a third map. And as that third map, as we see, is Inferno. And who won that knife round?
That was the third knife round. Going FlipSid Tactics wise. So they have got a very nice knife, knife strategy. I think, especially with regards to how the advantage it creates in our international or national tournaments, being obviously DoGamingLeague and then Arena.
Especially on a map like Inferno, where it's rather heavily favored CT, and nice to win the knife round so that you can actually get those first couple of rounds on the board and just build up the confidence of your team going into the terrorist side.
Yes, I agree with you. It just comes down to that maybe that initial kill on the knife, and obviously making it 4 vs 5 as long as they don't return the kill quickly. We do see Bravado obviously moving up here, being completely pushing towards that A site as they're coming through Apps area, getting into site already. Lightus takes down both players inside A, and Anthem coming down into Ditch, making sure that he's holding off Custom and Deroil just coming from the side and finishing off. So much chaos happening amongst the players. Zio going down, and we will potentially see Bravado taking this map's first round without losing a single player. How was that for a first round strat?
That was really nice, completely overwhelming the side of FlipSid and just being aggressive, and just I loved that play coming out from Bravado there. I really did.
Yeah, no, that was very good. I like the way that Bravado entered the site. They just gave complete distraction, thinking you coming through middle, throwing 2 or 3 players out, and I feel that that app's balcony area is just the same as running in through Banana or running in through, say, like Cash into middle. Once you out into the open area and you've actually escaped that initial headshot, it's anybody's game.
No, it definitely is, and that pistol round is so nice for the terrorists to win on Inferno. I mean, obviously being the less favored side, it builds up for the potential to take 3 rounds in a row, which is not what you want. You want a couple more. I would say you want at least 4, maybe 5 rounds on T side. So those 3 rounds are a great place to start.
Agreed. We didn't see a complete bar coming out though from the terrorist side, from Bravado. Obviously seeing Destiny just putting up the armor Tech 9, but I guess that's all the change, because with FlipSid putting out their pistol save, I feel that they do have a much better chance of taking the second round. But we do see a bit of a B movement coming here from the Bravado side, and it doesn't seem like there'll be any inclination to go towards A. Walking in very quietly, completely undetected, and we will see if they can catch the CTs off guard as they aren't watching this engine. So no smokes needed as they come through as a force save. Flash is coming off, the light is getting off the headshot there on Custom. Hackam taking down Zio, and the site is completely open.
I actually like what they did there. A lot of teams think because this other team is on the eco and they've got a couple of SMGs and rifles in their hand, that they can just rush into sites and they'll get the round win. FlipSid, look at what they bought. They bought PT50s and armor, and that's not something you want to be really running into. So I like they played it slowly. They didn't make any noise. Didn't throw any smokes because they knew that if they threw smokes, that it would be obvious that they were pushing there. So they threw no smokes, walked in slowly, found the 2 entries, and got the bomb done and won the round.
Yes, very nice, and obviously with the fact that you have got the P250s, 1 or 2 no full armor, and you have a situation where you take 2 guns down, and it's a completely different game.
Yeah, I know, it certainly is. And now looking in the economy of the FlipSid, if they do lose this round, are they going to have enough money to buy? I think that they will, but
I guess it depends on the kill. It depends on the amount of kills in that defusal, maybe. Well, not the defusal, but if the bomb goes down and if they are able to pick up a gun or 2 to carry through. But yeah, I don't know. I feel that FlipSid maybe with that force bar, that pistol armor didn't work out as they wanted it to, but still a good attempt nonetheless.
Yeah, no, it's certainly. I like the intent. I like the I like the aggressiveness, and I like that they decided to go for it. They said, listen, yeah, let's buy P250s and armor, and let's try our chances. And it didn't go in their favor this time, but look at it now. Defiant finding a nice entry onto Destiny there.
Yeah, Destiny very much an entry fragger for Bravado with that either that AWP or in this case coming up with the Tech 9. No need to completely buy yet, but yeah, obviously not working out in his favor this time. Maybe we will see another A movement as Hackam and Latas just move towards that banana side. Nope, the bomb will move towards bananas and bananas, but toward banana at least, not any increment towards the player. And yeah, we do see a full 3-player rush into the bomb site here of the Hackam only getting the only kill off onto Zio with King taking down 2 players. Sorry, King and Defiant taking off a player each. Zio going down, and now we see Hackam taking down one with the second player just waiting on the corner. Custom also not able to get that headshot with that USP, and FlipSid still making sure the bomb is not planted. Very nice play on Hackam. Defiant coming in again quietly, almost taking a play from the Bravado book, making sure that he's as quiet as possible. Comes around, forces the kill onto Anthem, and yeah, a nice couple of guns going towards FlipSid's cause.
Yeah, well, like we said, they had a couple of players with P250 and armor, and it really worked out in their favor.
I think that initial, yeah, again, the initial trade-off to make sure that that they had a player still on B when Bravado entered was the changer.
Yeah, no, it definitely was. Now take a look at the push coming out here from Bravado. They've got 3 in banana and 2 pushing towards that apps. Now, obviously a split push coming out here, leaving the bomb in mid. Do you prefer to send 3 to apps and 2 banana, or 3 to banana and 2 to apps?
I like the current positioning that they have right now with having 2 banana, 1 middle, 2 second mid. I'd say is a more maybe cautious approach because of the fact that you make sure that nobody's able to push down middle. Because if you lose that middle positioning and somebody does come through middle, you can take a couple of players easily onto second mid. And if you spot out the bomb over there, it's pretty much game over.
Nah, and also if you've got 3 players in banana, it's you're not making progress. You're not going to find any frags with 3 players in banana. Obviously, it's a one-way road. So I prefer personally sending 3 towards banana, towards middle.
Yes.
Maybe make something happen in apps or mid, and then those 2 sitting in banana for the easy rotates, either to B or to A. And looks like their choice of site is B.
Correct. We are going to see the push into B here. Some flashes going off, running in backwards, but not working out so well. Latas getting a very nice gun, spray control down there, making sure Zio goes down as he was having a top form game last map at least. Custom taking down 2 before Latas brings him down. Obviously now 2k on each Custom as well as on Latas, and then Dewal doing again another very quiet movement. Running out of time is the terrorist team with Bravado, making sure that they smoked off and survive. At least with Destiny having that AWP.
Yeah, but that was quite interesting that they ran out of time there. They just left it a little bit late for them to push through to the site, so that's a little bit careless coming out there from Bravado. And
very well played from my point of view from FlipSid, just reversing their situation of how they did it in the previous map of Cash, making sure that they didn't push until the last second or until it was completely necessary.
Yeah. And it's always a risky play because you don't give yourself any time to rotate to the other site if something does go wrong. And of course, as soon as you push into the site, you need to get the bomb down, whether there's smoke there or not. So it can always work in your favor, or it could work in your favor, but it doesn't always.
Correct. And we are seeing again another 4 players going down a banana side. I don't know. How's you feel on that?
Man, I mean, it's a save round, so it's a semi-buy round, so I don't mind it. I guess it's more close quarters than A is, so those Tech 9s come into play nicely. But look at the rotate coming out here as we see Anthem does get a bit of info, seeing that there's nobody in the top of mid here, so he does kind of push through. And FlipSid aren't completely aware of it yet. They do have 3 players on A, so but neither of the B players have rotated yet. But I do like it. I do like it.
Yeah, I do feel that this is, even though this is not actually a bar coming out from Bravado or a full bar, it's actually a full bar from perspective of Cash, as Teruel just takes down 2 players as Latas finishes him off. We will see an A push here from the Bravado side. Dechny coming down to Defiant as he doesn't get that headshot. Defiant taking on a second with 2 2Ks, making the whole range of difference. And they won't even get the bomb down as FlipSid takes their 3rd round on the CT side as expected.
I mean, Defiant, touch would I say this, but Defiant are just looking Defiant. FlipSid are just looking like a different team at the moment. This is the 3rd round in a row, and or is it their 3rd round in a row?
Yes, yes.
Anyway, it is their 3rd round in a row, yeah. And they've just looked really, really strong. And they have been going up against some ecos and semi-ecos, but they did go up against Dubai where they did really well. And I just think that they've been looking like a different team at the moment.
We are going to see a full push coming out from Bravado down that banana area. A very nice nade coming out from Zio with a nice gun control and custom, as well as Zio making sure they're not even going to get past that vehicle in banana. And what was that? A total of probably 12 damage taken to the team, never mind a player down.
Yeah, I know, that was really, really nice there by Zio. Of course, it was up against an eco round, but still, like we said earlier, those eco rounds can be so dangerous, and he just managed to control it so well.
Exactly, exactly. We are going to see a potential B movement again as Bravado comes up with full AKs this time though. But yeah, all 5's getting stuck in there. A deep nade would have put them in a lot of trouble there as they did throw for the previous round. But obviously Zio and Custom just doing something different each time just to make sure that nobody can predict their movements.
Yeah, naturally finding the opening frag to Banana. Is he going to find any more? Custom in a nice position with that Molotov working hand in hand, and it does actually bring down Lighters. And look at the HP. Detrony was almost dead, down to 5 HP, and Hackham on 4 HP. So the HP looking completely dismal for the. Oh man. Talking about the HP looking bad, it's looking even worse now for the side of Bravado. All 3 players merely generating 100 HP between the 3 of them. So it's going to be a lumbering attack coming in towards the B site now. And yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be getting anywhere. They're just completely being shut down on every move that they try to make. We see Detrony trying to find a little frag there, watching CT ever so closely, and we see the Anthem with the Molotov. It's going to clear out the players sitting behind family. Then he gets Custom, that is, and he comes, he gets the first, gets the second, Anthem finding the third, or the consolation rather, onto Custom, but Dare shutting him down, finding the closing frag. And like we said before, FlipSid are just looking really, really strong at the moment. They found 5 rounds in a row, and it's just been a one-sided show for the past 5 rounds. It hasn't even been close, really, to say. And looking at the buy coming out from the terrorists, it's actually a force buy with only 6 nades across the 5 of them, and a Galil on say what. So not really what you wanted as a team. For any of our new viewers, say what is a sub for Bravado, and he does go by the name Flares. He's part of the BVD Dota team. And it is a pause coming out now. We have seen a couple of issues with Lighters and a few of the BVD players, so it's just a pause. Obviously 2 minutes in the future we get the pause now, and it will continue as soon as the game continues. And yeah, there hasn't really been much in it for the past 5 rounds. FlipSid just dominating Bravado in every aspect. But having said that, it is Nuke, it is Inferno, and it is very, very CT sided. So FlipSid doing what they need to do if they want to win this map. First map going the way of Bravado, 16-11 on Dust 2. Second map went to a draw, actually 15 all, and FlipSid had to pull deep. They were 15-11 down and managing to bring it back 15 all, and that was after a couple of rounds they had lost in a row there. So that was really nice to see. And then obviously being a DGL, there is no overtimes unless it's the 3rd map. So going into the 3rd map now, FlipSid playing for the draw, the 1-1 draw, and BVD playing for the 2-0 win.
2.5 to 1.5, 2.5 to a half, 1.5, yeah, 2.5 to a half. That's how the word cut.
Oh,
yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yes, yeah. As every basically map counts as 1 point. So a draw would result in a 0.5. I think they were actually discussing at the beginning how they will submit that as a result of the draw. Yeah, there is no space for draws or for overtime, so you pretty much just put a point for every side that you win. Let's put it that way. Should you draw on the map?
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, but I think as we're seeing again that 2 of the players being Zio and Dechny both coming in at 130 plus ping, and I feel that that's obviously due to the fact that this game is a lot closer than just a 2 map game. Their pings are much more relevant to them at the moment. I don't think that Bravado expected and found themselves in that position after being, what is that, 14-9 up, I think on it was at one point, or 14-10 up at Cash second half,
Yeah,
especially being
I think
CT.
it was 15-10.
Yeah, 15-10 even.
Was
Yeah,
it 15-10?
15-10
I
at
think
one point.
was.
Yeah. 15-11. I noticed 15-11 at a point, but that
Definitely
situation as a
was.
CT side is not expected. So maybe a little bit of pressure building onto them, and not obviously wanting to come with a loss into the map again, or the match against Energy to fight off that first spot.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what the whole of South Africa, or the whole of gaming, the gaming side of South Africa will be talking about. BVD versus EN. It's an old match. It's a rivals match. It's in all the games across Dota, Call of Duty, Counter Strike. It's always the rivalry that will burn on Energy versus BVD, the two massive gaming organizations within South Africa. And there isn't really a better one between the two of them. They're always contesting, and it's always very closely contested. But at the moment, I guess you kind of have to give the edge to Energy, with BVD having the revamped team, and Energy looking really, really strong at the moment, coming out with the arena win, and not dropping any of their DGL games yet.
Yes, completely true. We are seeing a double smoke coming off from FlipSid, obviously maybe not completely communicating and taking down King, and Lights is taking down Durwal very nicely with that headshot. Very nice gun control. A lot of damage caused to the Bravado team, so this could change with one or two kills. But yeah, I don't feel that they are going to go for this with this 2v5.
Yeah, and I don't think they should. I mean, look, well, I guess that they could try and if they could get a couple of frags, it would really hurt the economy of Bravado. And looking at the economy of FlipSid, they've got a really nice bank that they've built up. So I think that they should have maybe gotten a little bit closer to see if they can get an exit frag.
I think maybe their
it's not too
convincing
bad.
yeah, it's possibly their convincing factor was near Zio's 155 ping, and they thought, just saving that extra gun can make a world of difference if his ping recovers in the next couple of minutes. Which it didn't seem to matter anyway. Yeah, that didn't seem to matter anyway, as we had a result of obviously both Bravado and both Bravado losing one player, and then Zio and Defiant both going down at the end of that round.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But yeah, 5-3 here to the terrorist side, to the CT-sided FlipSid, as we see another movement down Banana from the Bravado side, from Bravado team.
And taking a look at the setup from FlipSid, you see the AWP is on King, and he's found himself now sitting on A, and now he's moved into a position where he can actually do something if the push comes up. But before he was kind of sitting around A site, which doesn't really give him any information or any advantage from using the AWP. So in that circumspect, there's no point from 2B AWPing, but now he's moved into a position where he can use it to his advantage. So I kind of take back what I say.
Yeah, it's almost the luck of the draw that you always mention something as they seem to think. They almost hear you exactly what you're saying just 2 minutes before.
And kind of make you sound like a bit of a knob.
Yeah, just a little bit. But we are seeing flares obviously only on 4 HP, so that makes a huge difference for this push, because they will almost instantly lose a player should any bullets come their direction. Again, moving towards the B push, obviously not doing any damage to the CT FlipSid defense. Yeah, we will see Custom just waiting very patiently with that flash. Smoke's coming down.
He has the push coming through, but if they do what they did last time, where they walk very, very softly, that flash is going to be in his hand while he dies.
We are seeing them run all straight past Zio, and you take down 2 of them in the take, and then Custom finishing off the last 2, sitting by the Briar area. Very well played from CT side, and I feel that obviously not lack of check of corners just caused that situation.
Yeah, well, that's like we were talking about in the last map, going back to your basics, your all-important basics. Checking your corners is one of the most important things to do. So, yeah, that's a mistake that they made there.
Definitely agreed. But it all comes down to the final result, and just learning the positionings that the opposition are using changes everything.
Yeah, it definitely is. And Zio actually doing really nicely there. If you looked at what he didn't shoot the first person he saw. He waited for them to all to push through, and then he started killing them. So that was really nice. Agreed.
I definitely agree with you, and it all comes down to your decision-making process as you enter the site.
Yeah, well, that's it. And going back to the last map where Zio played really well, he's obviously going to perform this map.
Yeah, we have seen obviously already 3 of the Bravado players going down as the Royal Techs are down Anthem, and the last player, Hackham, going into site, they are finishing him off. Yeah, just maybe walking into site there rather than using off a strat, forcing now the bar coming from their side. This will influence the scoreboard quite dramatically for this first half.
But most certainly will, and FlipSid on their way to a nice first half here. And I mean, if FlipSid can win this map, it'll actually be quite a big upset for the DGL game. I mean, obviously BVD going into it as heavy favourites, and FlipSid showing that they're definitely a force to be reckoned with.
I agree with you thoroughly. I think that I mean, even just getting that draw from the flip side perspective and showing that they can come back regardless of what the score is. Sorry, as we see this rush coming out from the Bravado side, very nice nade from Derwal, and then most terrorist sides, the players below 50 HP, but Lat is just pulling off that P50 and the orb kill there on Defiance, and they will take the site now. Flatus will get a third kill and turn this on its head as he goes down after taking that 3k, the damage already being done. Custom coming into side from the arch side. Hackham taking it off, and Anthem finishing off Zio with that AK and just changing it all round again. This game has been thrown on its head so many times with regards to the last 2 maps, or this map and the previous map, that I feel that no call can actually be made or no prediction can actually be made because these players are just countering every prediction we try.
Well, I'm going to stick my neck out and I'm going to say it's going to be a 16-12 game to Bravado.
16-12. I'm still going to go with a 14-16 to FlipSid to create an overtime situation. I would like to see that, as I'd like to see how these teams both work under pressure.
Okay, you would like to see that. Is that what you
that's my expectation. Yes, that's what my expectation is going, because of the fact that they were able to prove what they could do in cash as a terrorist-sided team. So I feel that terrorist side will come out, even though they might only end up maybe 8 or 9, 6 on the CT side. I feel that their next half will make all the world of difference, able to play as a team, and also maybe taking the advantage of Flares not having as much experience with the side for rotations. It could make a huge difference.
Now, where do you think that they're actually going to play Flares on the defense side? I mean, would you put him on A or would you put him on B?
I think they'll put him on A with Detrini. I feel that Detrini will maybe take up the AWP, go into the middle there with Flares just maybe sitting into ditch, just because it's a more secure location and it's very limited for the need for rotation. You would only rotate until when it's completely necessary.
Yeah, well, that's a good point, son. I mean, there's not much really to do from ditch except watch apps, and Zio, end of the hour, has been doing really well.
Zio and Custom holding B very nicely as we see that nice little pop flash coming off that box, off that crate coming at least on the corner to make sure that the flash is pretty much covering the whole team. Ditching alone with that AWP going back to middle, he will be boxed in here and they probably will force him to lose all his cash for this next round. Sitting in next to the lemon tree, will he get away with it? He will just get away with it with a corner of his life, maybe with 3 HP, and yeah, that definitely would make a big difference to the level of confidence for him to be able to get that first pick.
Yeah, it certainly would. And I mean, what do you think FlipSid would be happy with from here?
I'd say they'd want a 10-4, 10-5, 11-4. I wouldn't say that they want to give Bravado many more rounds, maybe one more round because of Detcheny having to almost force bar himself a little bit of armor or at least another nade. Oh, he didn't. Sorry, I apologize. But the other team obviously, or the other members of the team, having a bit of a bigger bank than him. Actually, I'm lying again. Only Anthem having more cash. So
that's okay.
So wow. A bit of team damage coming from Detcheny. Very much not happy with Anthem. I think he just decided that Anthem needed a bit of a knife to the face to tell him that he should, I don't know, look prettier. Scarface. Yeah. He did get the AWP after that jump, so he made up for it. Custom will be taken down here by Anthem as he gets the first 2 kills. Well, we see Durant just does get 1, gets the second, and we will see a 2v1 here on Anthem.
The man who was dinked down by his teammate trying to pull off this clutch situation.
He will go down to Defiance. I'm not sure what happened there, that Detcheny would have gone from a almost a jumping position, switches to his knife, has a click shot on him, then clicks the AWP in the
Yeah,
middle
it
and still gets
was.
the kill. So very
I think
different.
he thought he was looking at the wall, and maybe Anthem kind of moved into it, and it was just a series of unfortunate events, I guess.
Yeah, it happens there. But you know what? In the end, I feel that it wasn't too much of an influencing factor because they still have the AWP for this round. They still have a full bar coming out, but this will be the round that will determine whether it'll be 9-6, I think, or 11-4.
Yeah, well, I think FlipSid definitely needs to take it to 11-4 if they want to win this game. I don't think 10 rounds will be enough and then they would have to find another 6 rounds on T side. I don't think that they would be able to do that.
No, I feel that if they do, we're going to take it 11-4. The way that they will do that is by forcing that pistol round. If they win that pistol round, it's almost, should I say, without throwing everything away, game set and match towards them being obviously 14-4.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. And I mean, if they can win this round, like you said, I mean, and then the pistol round, it's that all important pistol round that we always talk about. Is I actually think the pistol round on many maps, if not all maps, favors T side because you can all rush together in one position, whereas the CTs have to be split out. And King even a bit unlucky
Just
there,
unlucky there. I think he missed the click and he pressed Q or switched over to his firebomb there a lot quicker than expected. But FlipSid still putting the bomb down, Defiant holding off that balcony area very nicely. I don't know if you noticed that Dechany pushed through that, but that apps area, finishing it off. King with the no scope, doing very nicely with that AWP and taking down two players, with the 2 players going to Defiant and Jawal finishing off the single. It was actually um, a bit of an error from Dechany as he pushed through with that AWP very close, obviously in the apps area, which is very much unused positioning for an AWP to go through your apps into the balcony area, at least by yourself. He made 1 foot movement, and hopefully, obviously, FlipSid taking advantage of not talking gets the kill.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, you got to capitalize on every mistake that the opposing team makes, and that was one of them.
We are seeing Custom get both kills there on the entrance. Zero taking down the 3rd player, and we'll only have Dechany and Flares sticking out. It will be a 2-on-2 inside this bomb site, but we will see a quick rotation coming around as he holds them off and forces single click there. Custom, very well played there, making sure that Flares not taking down any players with him. Bomb comes down, and we will see Dechany just getting boxed in here and going down to Defiant, making it 11-4.
I'm going to call out Custom here. He has been playing so well. He really has been playing out of his mind. I mean, he's locked down this bomb site so well. The Bravado have not been able to make any inroads pushing into this B site because Custom has just been there shutting them down every single time. And he's been so patient. He hasn't gotten aggressive and pushed up banana. He's waited it out, and it's really paid dividend to him for waiting.
Agreed. Definitely agree with you. Maybe just a completely off the topic kind of situation. If you look at Dewar obviously being the replacement for Nefan, how would you say his gameplay varies with regards to this kind of situation as we watch? Look at actually, sorry, before we even get into that, look at Dechany, look at the triple movement from B as they're getting a full map visual pretty much and knowing exactly where the information is to be provided for their teammates.
Well, it's all good and well knowing where the information is, but they're not capitalizing on the information. They're not rotating to the A side, which they know that they're going to push. And look, it's a 5 versus 2 on the A at the moment. Are they going to maybe push the flank very hard when they call it? Okay,
I'm presuming they thought that maybe that this was just a delayed push and waiting for a pick, and therefore obviously not able to take them down from the side. We are still in the push now, and Hackam will get King, but obviously just slow the rest down. Dechany not communicating exactly with his teammate. Joel gets one, goes down to Dechany, and we will see this pistol round potentially going towards the terror side. Dechany just missing and getting the final bullet onto Joel and finishing it off. So yeah, just your opinion.
I think you meant counter-terrorists.
I did.
Is clearly Day has been a good asset to the team. I mean, taking Bravado 11-5 and it's a great thing to do. And I only managed to actually watch one of the FlipSid games with Nefan where he plays well, but I think there was a bit of internal issues between Nefan and the rest of the team. So maybe I would put Neffen possibly a bit higher on skill level than Dare, but I think that Dare is better for the team than Neffen is.
Well, there we go. I think that's a very fair and honest comment. Just that's the thing. In the end, an individual player can only go so far to help a team. So it all depends on how the
What
team momentum is, I guess.
what do you think
No,
personally?
I as well completely agree with you. I know that Neffen is very strong-headed and strong-minded, and he likes to challenge a lot of
Yeah,
different things. So I feel that
he will
maybe
word
this.
his opinion.
Yes, exactly, and I feel that maybe this flip side team just likes to do things more as a team role
Yeah.
versus an individual making a call, and it works out how it does, and everybody to their own. We are going to see a nice rush in here from the flip side team, catching off Hackham on the reload, but getting only one of them. Defiance getting the second kill. The bomb will come down, which is very nice. Obviously, all that they really want is that bomb. Destiny getting a nice headshot there onto King and through the smoke, finishing him off now. Sorry, Hackham getting the headshot onto King, finishing him off now. Gonna run straight past him, but still get him down. There will be a 1-on-3 with 3 FAMAS, a fake defusal, and we will see. Maybe he will catch him. Nope, Divine getting caught out here by Destiny, making sure obviously, and the defuse still ending up going the way of CT.
Yeah, I mean, going back to Neffen, he's now become a part of DC. And he's been through a couple of teams, and I just think he needs to find the team that works the best for him. And we say that he's quite not hot-headed, but he voices his opinion, and that's not always a bad trait to possess. I mean, it can, in the right environment, it can work very, very well.
I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. We are seeing a nice smokes coming up from this Bravado team as we watch this underneath the smoke. We are seeing FlipSid not push up too hard, so that smoke coming up from Destiny into the banana area will always causes a bit of a slowdown. But I guess when you're not doing a rush, it changes everything. Very nice there from Lattes as he does get the first kill. Hackham getting the second kill onto King. We are still seeing a save. All 4 of the FlipSid members in that banana going down. I think. What do you think that there was the influence at least that they had on Force buying a Tech 9 armor in the second round and then obviously losing it?
I don't blame them for doing it. They need to get momentum going, and perhaps that was their gateway to get the momentum, is Tech9 training into a site and maybe getting the round. But obviously it didn't work out for them this time, but maybe it might work 4 out of 10 times for them, so I don't blame them for trying it.
Exactly. Well, you got to try different things in this leg, especially of DGL, and then just get the things right. Especially with them. I think this is Dare's first game for FlipSid, or at least first a DGL game,
Yeah.
maybe second at the most. Excuse me, as they were obviously recruiting only recently.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously with the exit of Neffen, they had to find a replacement, and Dare is the man they go to, man. And Dare actually having a Call of Duty background, he went to Rage and he placed 3rd last year at Rage. He played for the team Pulse.
Oh, nice.
They were definitely a formidable team in COD, so he's decided to change around from Call of Duty to CS, and obviously he's got the skill to do it. I mean, look at him, he's playing really well at the moment. He's fragging 11 for 8, so he's definitely got the skill.
Yes, no, I agree with you. And it's proved. I mean, 11-8 in this kind of situation, making sure that he is getting the key hits, and FlipSid obviously being a trained up team with regards to how they move and how they train. Everything's pretty much coached.
No, it definitely is. And looking at the round here, this is the first buy round, and it's the all-important buy round. And Anthem saying no to completely shutting on Topside, who are pushing through Absent. Zio finding the frag there onto Destiny. King coming through, and he finds 2, and now as well as to Lightus, and he does pick them both off in really cool fashion there, grabbing both. One of them the headshot there onto King. So that buy round is so important for the terrorist side, that first buy round. And yeah, FlipSid losing it. So BVD kind of getting momentum here. That's 4 rounds in a row for them. They were started the half at 11-4 up to 11-8, and now with only a 3-round deficit, you have to say Bravado are favourites to take it from here, being that they are on the CT side.
Just a quick point of view. This is something that I noticed with the rules, and I actually specifically said it to my team when we were playing. I don't know if you noticed there in the first couple of seconds. I think it was Destiny. No, it wasn't Destiny. It was Anthem threw out a flash and then bought a new grenade.
Yes.
That is specifically prohibited in the rules for that purpose, I think. It specifically specifies that you may only buy 4 nades. I wonder if that is enforceable as, I don't know, I don't know what the penalty would be for it, because I doubt it's ever really considered. But, you know, it can make a huge change in the game, like almost saying,
Yeah,
you
no,
know, yeah.
that's actually a really interesting point you make there. Personally, I'm not against it because I mean it's not affecting the game in any way that he threw his flash away and bought another rifle.
It's
I
actually
know on the
detriment to him
international-
almost, because he's wasted cash.
Yeah, I know on the international scene you are allowed to do that.
Yes.
You see professional players time and time again throwing away their smoke or their grenade and then buying another one. So I don't think it should be illegal. I would be surprised if they did decide to take action against Bravado. I doubt they will because they don't even know about it.
No. But I think also another thing is that you would have to prove that he bought all 4. If he picked one up in the previous round, that doesn't count again.
Yeah,
So
I
it all
guess
comes down to that.
a good point, and Defiant finding himself in a bit of a difficult position here, being defied the round. Gonna go cook himself some noodles, maybe he's a little bit hungry.
Yeah, I'll set up a little bit of a fire, maybe.
I don't blame him. 11-8, 11-9 is going to be the scoreline after this, and Bravado just kind of running away with the game.
Yes, we do see FlipSid having a nice little bank though for this next round, and we will see a potential AWP coming out. I would say, yep, King coming out of that AWP. I think that King maybe Destiny move, or King taking out that middle shot will be the round changer. And should they not win the second buy, I feel that Bravado will run away with this map.
Yeah, well, I mean, this round is really important, and FlipSid need to pick up something. Yeah, I mean, they haven't actually won a T-side round yet. Bravado winning 5 on the trot, and taking a look at the economy, Bravado are laughing, and they're really kicking back at the moment. And FlipSid, well, I mean, they're not in such a great position, and Anthem finding the entry there onto Detrony on the opposite side onto Defiant, and look at them, they're just getting so aggressive here, and they're just not having any troubles with FlipSid at the moment. FlipSid not looking like the side they were on CT, they're looking a little bit lost at the moment, and this is where the in-game leader needs to call up and kick back and say, listen boys, let's take it slow, like we said earlier, back to our basics, and let's get a simple strat going here. A couple of smokes and flashes, but nothing out of our mind. Let's all dedicate to sites and see what we can pull off. But yeah, the scoreline 11-9, possibly going to go to 11-10, and not looking great for FlipSid at the moment.
Yeah, I think that Bravado just kind of playing their natural game now and just almost having fun while doing it. You know, when Bravado was under a lot more pressure, because obviously now, excuse me, 5 rounds in a row, being under pressure like that, it changed obviously the way you play. You're much more nervy. Your first shot misses, you get frustrated. Well, in this situation, 5 rounds, if they lose one even, it's not a matter to them. Look, they're running around through middle looking for the final player instead of just leaving him off and making sure that they take 10th round for themselves.
Yeah, and I mean, look at where King finds himself now with this AWP, and he's being flanked around here by Hackam, and if he loses this AWP, man, they are going to be in a really precarious position where I'm not sure what they can go for from there. But yeah, Blanimal's definitely going to push him and try and find this frag, and he is going to get it. So Lighters gets the frag, and like I said, now they look at the economy, they can force a buyout, I guess, but King's not going to have much to his name, only $450 because he died after the clock.
Yeah, and all the difference. We are seeing the bar coming anyway, though. I think this is their last-ditched effort to make sure that they take one of the rounds in the second half. Without that one round, I feel that it's a complete downhill.
Yeah, I know, it really is a complete downhill. To take the scoreline to 11-11, and with Bravado on CT side, you really have to give them the edge.
I definitely agree with you, and this banana movement, obviously 3 players there with the bomb in the middle, just almost pushes them into a situation where it allows Bravado to push through and not, you know, and get a pick off, because there's no, I mean, they're very bunched up in this area, and being smoked off. Hackam and Latas know that there are a few players there, and all of this area in A, as well as this whole second mid and mid, is completely open.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. And the push coming in here from FlipSid, something we haven't seen, of them just get completely aggressive. And Light is making pretty good work work there, but they do find the 2 entries that they do need on B. So it's a 4 versus 3, and they are going to be able to get the bomb down with the cover of some smoke. If they can replant that smoke, that'll be really great. But Detrony, oh, he does get the shot into Dare. So that kind of opens up coils now, and so the push does come out, and Flares finds the first, and now it's a 2 versus 3 with 1 player in Banana, so he can't really help his teammate. Flares coming out massive on this round, finding a 3K, looking for the third, but Anthem does find the frag, so what a retake there coming out from Bravado. They're just showing their skill and showing that they can do it. I mean, 4 versus 3, and they managed to do it with all 3 players surviving.
How was that AWP shot though from Detrony, hitting the metal of that vehicle, hitting the box area, and then still hitting the next corner of the other entranceway and still killing him? Very, very well played.
But I mean, there we go. We're calling out Detrony. I mean, he's really the top player, arguably the top player in the country at the moment. Having, I mean, let's talk about Black Poison for a start. I
knew that name was going to come out after mentioning that.
Yeah, Black Poison, the first South African player to try and go pro. He's moved off to Sweden. I think he flew off on Tuesday last week.
Yes.
So he's in Sweden at the moment. And I mean, where does he go from there? Does he just start playing in pubs and trying to pick up a team? It is pre-arrangement with the team.
He had nothing. From what I've read into the articles that has been written, is that he hasn't got anything pre-arranged with regards to teams, but he has got at least arranged himself where he's staying in his LAN. I think I remember him showing a post of his 23.5 meg upload or download and a 40 meg upload or something silly. So playing with things like that is going to change his game completely, and he has got quite a few arrangements to play some scrims with different members of different teams.
He's known, which is really important. He's known, been on the international scene. He's on HLTV. People have seen him in games before. He went over for DreamHack, so he's definitely a known. And the Swedish teams will probably actually be even rushing to try to pick him up as a player because he is so strong. But then you have to start looking at things like the language barrier, and I believe that he is going to be taking some classes in Swedish so that he can try and nullify that language barrier.
Correct. Yes, he is. Yeah, he says he's going to be taking classes soon and being able to change over to the language, like you say, eliminate the language barrier and change over to be able to call strats in their language is a completely different situation. It's like there's only words that are used in Counter-Strike specifically for Counter-Strike. So
yeah.
But we are going to see FlipSid take this first round that they desperately needed round from this terror side of theirs. But if you look back to the first half, Bravado only had, out of the first 7 rounds, they only got 2. So, I mean, 2, 4, 6, 7. This is only 1 round short of that extra round that Bravado got in the first half. So I wouldn't be too despondent from FlipSid. It's definitely possible for them to come back and take this.
Well, I mean, they're definitely on the right route to do it. They need to take rounds, and it's going to be one round at a time. So if they can find a second one, then the economy of Bravado starts to wither away. I mean, Flare's only on $50 and only 300 on Blighters. So let's see what they can do. Obviously, losing King in the early frag there from Detrony, getting aggressive with Banana and finding a nice frag there. So 4 versus 5 now going into the rest of the round, and not looking great for FlipSid, but Flare's being smoked off here, and he can get picked up from Custom with the smoke phase, and he's still looking into Boiler, and Custom does flash through. Is the smoke going to fade just in time for Custom favor? Oh man, unfortunately, Flares is actually going to get the frag on Custom, so now it's a 3 versus 5, and not looking great for FlipSid.
Would you have considered maybe that that first death by King to be a little bit careless from him, knowing that Detrony will be AWPing and now the bomber is coming down?
Yeah, I think that's what playing too many pubs does to you. You don't remember to check those things, because in pubs you kind of always have a teammate running up Banana, so you're not worried to cross there without checking or flashing. So yeah, maybe he plays a bit too many matchmakings or something like that, and it costed him. It was definitely a careless play, like you said, for him to push through without being wary of somebody Mike being there, and Detrony took advantage of it. Especially
the angle that you get. I mean, you pretty much a double zoom onto that area, you're not gonna miss. As soon as the smoke kind of slightly dissipated, he was at full view on his scope. We are going to see a rush, I think, coming out here in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, Flair's playing really well, getting the 3K there up against the eco of FlipSid, and Lighter's now finishing it off on Defiance. So a clean sweep from Bravado, 2 rounds in a row, and that's quite important. Wait, we did clean sweep them last round, right?
Correct. Yeah, there was no deaths
Yeah, they
coming
did.
out.
So, I mean, in the past 2 rounds, FlipSid not finding a single frag, that's a little bit worrying. Going into the 3rd round, you're having a look at the economy, it really has withered away to nothing. So, not that it was much to start with, but
Bravado
yeah,
looking
this
very
round's
pretty.
very important. Yeah, Bravado sitting pretty in this round, really important. And I mean, look at the aggressiveness coming out from Bravado here again. They did push up Bravado to get a bit of information, but in the end, they do decide to back off. 3 FlipSid players pushing up through Banana here, and Hackam decides to get a double headshot there, completely shutting down the push from FlipSid, and that leaves Day all by himself now, and not much he can do. Where do they go from here?
How's this Anthem push though? I think that this is game, set, and match if he gets this from behind.
Yeah, I know, it definitely is, and it just needs to buy a little bit more time, but FlipSid looking to get aggressive here up against the side of Bravado 3 versus 2, and they do get smoked off again, so I mean, either they're going to have to push through the smoke or they are going to get backstabbed, and Anthem is slowly edging his way. Custom maybe smells him a little bit, but not really getting, not really checking it too much. He checks at the right time.
Very well done.
All that work by Anthem completely nullified by Custom, and if they can find an headshot to the side, they might actually get something out. Jay finds the headshot onto Hackam, so now it's a 3 versus 3, and all that's left is lights from the side. But Flares is right here behind him from CT, just watching, and they don't have a smoke badly. Well, there is actually a smoke there, opting not to use it. Custom finding the entry there onto Lighters, and literally thinking it's an A, and he's completely 100% right. Or is he... No, he decides to stick. He is going to find Zio. Does he find the shot? He looks for it. He misses the first one. Now it's up to the Glock, looking for the shot. Here comes Day for support, and Detrony actually does find the frag, and now it's down to Day in a 1 versus 1 situation. Dio calling out there saying BO, not 100% sure what that means. But it's up against Day, against the sub Flares. Can Flares pull this off and be the hero for Bernard Bravado? Oh, and Day actually shutting him down there. That takes the scoreline to 13-13, and that's what FlipSid actually needed. And that was some really nice pulling their depths there, the basics coming out, because they were playing that round 3v5 and they managed to pull it off.
This is going to be one of those crackers, I think, huh? We are going to come down to a situation where it's going to be a 14-16 call, huh? Very, very close.
Yeah, it is very, very close, and I still give the edge to Bravado, but they definitely making it more difficult for themselves than it has to be. Having a look at their economy, it's not great. 3 players now sub 1,200, only the 2 of them, Detrony and Anthem, still laughing a little bit, and yeah, this is a really important round for both teams.
But definitely after that first pick in that previous round, it's very nice to see that you know, FlipSid pulling it back. But I think that maybe this slow moving game is actually suiting Bravado more than it is on FlipSid, and maybe a bit of a faster movement, a faster pace movement of strat. Even if it's the same strat, just moving faster, get the flashes out, making sure that those smokes are not even able to be used by Bravado.
I really like that call by you, and I completely agree with you. If you think back to the first round where Bravado were on T-side and they pushed through with that save round, and I know that's obviously a save round, but the aggressiveness and the intent that they showed was really impressive, and we haven't really seen that from FlipSid. They haven't really just gone for it, and you know, they've just had that push where they try and make something happen. If it doesn't work, it costs you a round, and there's a couple more to go, so I would like to see them get a bit more aggressive, and 30 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like they're moving towards A.
Are going to see the smoke off there onto the balcony area. Very nicely played with his positioning and knowing, obviously, the sound effects as they comes through that balcony area.
Oh man, Flares just playing massive that round, getting a nice 2K for himself, and just completely shutting down the push from FlipSid. And I think this is where FlipSid call it and say, listen boys, we push hard here. And I would actually like to see them push through middle, put a smoke down the right, push through the left, and maybe wrap around into the A site. But let's see what they opt to do. They haven't bought any smokes on A. It's Custom. Wow, okay, I think this is a miscommunication here. I think Custom bought armor by accident, and now the rest of the team has been forced to force buy. So if they lose this round, it's GG. If they don't, well...
I do believe that they were actually considering the situation. This is obviously a complete guess, but they were considering the situation of what happens if they draw. Because obviously going to the draw means they still lose the map, because the fact that 2 draws only gets them 1 point. So I guess what happened was one player bought automatically knowing that you can't go for the draw. The rest of the team were discussing it and obviously came to the decision to buy.
Okay, well there you have it. So Mr. Wham giving us insight there to the thought process behind FlipSid's tactics. And 4 versus 4 with a minute left on the clock. Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, well, I guess this is all going to come down to that initial entry frag. If FlipSid come around and get the entry frag, I think that they'll get this round.
Well, I mean, they do only have 2 rifles on their side, and there's only 2 of them pushing. Little do they know, there is only 1 player in the name of Lighters on the B site, and he is sitting tight. He's not looking to rotate, and Flair's dropped down to 9 HP, and the rotator's come back from Detrony. He's smelt a rat, and he's not moving to the A side. Kind of missed their window to flip side, but Custom, he does actually get the shot there onto Flair. So now they wrap around to B. I call the wrap around, but not to the right side, and it's a 2 versus 2. This round so important for both teams. Can King
Very
does
nice.
actually get onto Lighters, so now it's a 1 versus 2. It's all down for Anthem. He has got himself an M4A4 with no grenades. He's got the defuse kit, that all-important defuse kit, but FlipSid have had time to reset, and Custom just waiting for it to come around the corner. Custom doesn't actually find the frag. He did get a little bit, I don't know why he chose to sit in the open there. He had all the time in the world to move around. And King, does he find the frag? He doesn't actually manage to get it. Anthem, now the clock quickly ticking down. What is it? It's a smoke. Is he going to go straight for the defuse? He fakes it out, and he comes around the Tech 9. Does Anthem have enough time yet to get the defuse? I think he does. And he is going to get the defuse, man. Wow, that was so nicely played there by Anthem. I don't know what Custom was doing there. I don't know why he decided to set up right there. When he had all the time to move into another position, he decided to sit in the open rather.
Very unlucky, yeah, especially leaving him on that 8 HP, or 18 HP, should I say. Came down to that final bullet, pretty much.
What do you think the thought process was there behind Custom deciding to sit there?
I think, just trying to make sure he prevents the flank coming through the CT spawn. I don't think he was aware that he was in the banana area. As he made that decision, obviously it's a little too late, and now FlipSid know that it's over, everything but over. They'll just get sprayed down to pieces. Doesn't matter, obviously, now what happens. The bomb down goes down or not. And the GG coming out, going to Bravado at a 16-13.
Yeah, well, we called the Bravado, but I didn't get the score. I said 16-12, I think, and
yes, you did.
Very well played. Obviously, the experience and the individual skill, but you have to wonder what Custom was thinking there, and that would have taken it to 14 all, and maybe given FlipSid a sniff at taking it through to overtime. But obviously, that wasn't the case, and Bravado prevailing. The old dogs coming through and winning the round.
Exactly that, and it was a very nice and tight game, going 16-11 Bravado on Dust, Cash being 15 all after being 15-10 down for FlipSid, and then 16-13 after 11-4 up on this map of Inferno, and noting that not one of the knife rounds went the way of Bravado. It was a very well played game, from Bravado's side.
Yeah, so obviously they need to be working on their knife rounds then, I suppose.
Yes, it seems like it. But yeah, from here, us from Nav TV and from everybody else out in the DGL world, I'd like to say thank you very much, and thank you to our sponsors, Gigabyte, and to DGL or DoGamingLeague to allow us to stream this game. Thank you to my co-caster Hayes for joining me and to run this cast tonight. We will go to an ad, and we will bid you all farewell. A great evening. Thanks again, Hayes.
No, it's great. Thank you very much to all the viewers, and we hope to see. If you have any criticism, please get hold of us through Steam. Contact us on Facebook, Matthew Stott and Adam Pompetsky. I think how was I? Was I close?
That was terrible. Just as much as you were saying Katowice, which is in Poland. It's it's Postevsky. But yeah, just join us on Facebook or on Twitter. Mention what you feel, how you feel it went, maybe some improvements suggested, just so we can make this the best viewable for everybody. And we will potentially see you guys in the upcoming week.
Yeah, have a great evening.
Thanks very much for joining us, everybody. And thank you to Hitbox as well as to Gigabyte once again. And enjoy the rest of your evening. Congratulations to BBD for the win.